Paul, we got a soldering iron somewhere. Have we got a soldering iron somewhere? Andrew, you're into electronics. You ever done any soldering?
Dabbled.
Is there any knack to it?
Well, I don't have much of a technique, so... Why are we trying to solder?
These little legs on. Here we go. Right, I've got one here, Paul. I just don't know. I think I tried this, and it all went a bit Pete Tong. But we've got it here, Paul. Yeah. I tried soldering this before and it didn't go well. But I see this as being the only real way that these could be attached in any on a semi-permanent way. Ah! Jesus, that's hot. It's not going where I want it to go. It's bitten twice shy, eh? We're trying to solder this piece to this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was trying to solder that to this. Yeah?
Yeah.
And didn't work. Now I'm revisiting it. Because if I glue it in place, first of all, it's not constantly falling apart when I try and solder it. And that is the key. My big problem is, I'm trying to think who can do these for me. Because this is just going to create a huge bottleneck right around me. And I don't like that, not one bit. Fiddly little f***ing time-consuming ass of a job. Hey, that conducts heat very quickly.
Unusual, that for metal, isn't it?
It's very thin metal though. Right, all I seem to have done is somehow wiped it all off. If anyone knows how to solder, comment below what I'm doing wrong. It's not going swimmingly. Yeah, the soldering doesn't seem to work, does it? I think this was the problem I had before. And we looked at various different glues. And the problem is, it's just a design. I'm trying to fill that hole up with material, but it's not really wanting to. That's my thinking. What on earth did they come up with this idea for? So I don't know if the intention was to make it look like these legs were kind of coming out of, you know, through the helmet. That's all I can think. That's a soldered one. So clearly soldered as fuck all. Could there be a different type of solder?
Are you asking me, or is that rhetorical?
I've no idea. I would assume that they'd soldered them. Right, okay. This is all marked up with all the things that need doing to it that I don't do. And I've checked it all over to see what's missing, passed it on. Try and highlight it for the next person so that they can address it when it becomes part of their thing. Let's allocate that. Somehow we had a weathered and chipped stripe go out as a clean no stripe. And I would love to know how that happened. Right, shall I run you through this?
Please do.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's what I'm thinking.
Hold on, let me guess. Lunch.
Lunch. Right, let's go. I'm going to finish an AT-AT helmet because that is literally all I'm going to be doing from this part of the week onwards. It's Thursday and I've not had a chance to do anything on the AT-ATs as I had intended. Until now, but I am on it, focused, and we are flipping through. So I'm going to go through all the different components. So first of all, obviously I've had a quick look over it to see that I'm happy that all the details are present that need to be there. There is a tiny little paint splodge just there, which is not a problem, but I'm highlighting it because that's going to go to the next stage and it can get addressed there. I won't be doing that at this point. Right, so there's no real order to this, but I always start with these. There's no need to do that. You have to do that thing where you speed it up. There we go. Just having that hole catch on the tip of the screw. BOC canisters in place with the upside down tape deck buttons also in place. If you've seen it before, I do apologise, but this is where it's at. Right, just marking that so we know where. Particularly want to drill my fingers, but it does happen occasionally. I'm definitely getting a deja vu here. Did I do this before, or did I do it and we didn't use it in the last video?
You may have done it without me doing it.
Yeah, and then we didn't use it. We had a little story to tell, didn't we? Well, this week's story is finishing an AT-AT helmet. So this is one of the buttons with a screw through it, just
These what were originally glued on, but didn't exist anymore.
yeah. But these would definitely fall off.
Is this what you refer to as mechanically fixed?
Yeah. That's my solution for marking where to drill. Rear canisters. Did you get that? I have a thing somewhere there. It's just from a socket set. Just makes it a bit easier for me to tighten that screw. I mean, it's only finger tight, but it's a bit easier than doing it on the actual tiny little nut. No one likes to play with some tiny little nuts. Stick a washer on it. Just helps spread the load. go in like a trance-like state, don't I, when I'm doing this? I don't talk my way through it, I just get on with it. Right, that's annoying me now, I'm going to get that dealt with. I think this is the last piece. That's me done. There are all the components dressed, finished on the helmet. So now I'm just going to mark all the areas that are not to be missed. So all these little bits that I've highlighted, I don't do. A lot of the time they're done before it gets to me. This one hasn't been. Coming over here. Okay, so that's all. As far as I'm concerned, that's done. That's going to go to Simon. He'll weather them or not. He'll stripe them if they need it, and he's going to apply all the other bits that are missing from here. He'll also check it all over, and that will be complete. I've allocated a number and who it's for. And now we do it all over again. Repetition. I'm going to do it the whole way down here. Right, let's try something else. I'm going to try an epoxy to see if they stick any better. I'll see you in 5 minutes. My fingers are in absolute tatters with these things. Drilling them, burning them, gluing them. "30 minutes, full cure, 24 hours.
Where's that 5 minutes come from then?
You've got 5-minute work time. Go see if the glue's successful.
I'd love to see if the glue's successful.
I've avoided using an epoxy because it's an absolute bitch, but it seems to be the only way we're going to get these glued on so they're not going to fall off. I don't know how many of them have fallen off. I've heard reports that there's a few, but it only seems to be a small amount. But one's too many, so we're going to try and sort that right out. So I've epoxied these, and I don't think that's coming off. That is not going to vibrate off in shipping. That seems to be, epoxy seems to be the only thing that is going to hold these together so that they arrive through the postal system still attached, and I can be confident that they're going to be that way. I mean, they're just glued on, and it's kind of like it's just a little detail. I'd rather they didn't fall off. So if you've got yours and it's not falling off, then bingo. But moving forward, I think I'm going to do them all with epoxy. I say me, that's a total lie, because I'm going to be far too busy to sit around mixing a bit of epoxy and gluing all of these on. But somebody, rest assured, somebody is going to be epoxy in these, and I might need some more epoxy.
Can you say epoxy one more time?
I'm going to put this on now. Where's my super glue? I'm not going to epoxy the actual thing on. I'm going to put these on now while I'm handling the helmet, and we'll see if I'll see, we won't see, but I'll see if they come off. I've not spent as much time as I would have liked to have dedicated to the AT-AT helmets this week, which has been unfortunate, but I would say unavoidable, because my role here is to keep the plate spinning, and there's a lot of other jobs that needed my input, hence why I was building Stormtrooper helmets, to allow those to go through the system. It's no big deal, it just means I'm spending the weekend with AT-AT helmets. Okay guys, thank you very much. Join me here next week where I'll be on another wave of AT-AT helmets.